Today I will be teaching you guys how to use functions. Now, I'm going to be using a little bit of instancing in this video, and if you have no clue what that is, be sure to check out the previous video on the channel in this series. So, without further ado, let's just get into the video. So, we're just going to insert a script into the workspace, and I'm just going to go with a regular script. Now, when you start off a function, you always just type function. And once you do that, you have to name your function. You don't have to have a specific name. You can literally name it anything you want. I'm just going to name it Roblox Made. Okay, so once you name your function, you got to put open and close bracket there. When you do your function, once you type all this out, you got to basically tell what you want the function to do. So pretty much what we're going to do is we're just going to do some simple stuff. So we're going to actually use some instancing from the last video. So I'll just say local part equals instance part. Okay. Now, whenever you do an instance, like I said in the last video, just a little recap here. Whenever you do an instance, once you put whatever you want to insert, you got to put a comma and then put where you want the part to be inserted to. So do you want it in players, lighting, workspace? You gotta always tell the script where you want it to be. Otherwise, it's just gonna insert it and you'll never be able to do anything with it. So recommend you put a parent there. So now we have our part. Now we just want to put this. I'm gonna wait 2 seconds and then the part will be destroyed. Okay. Now before I do this, I just want to name the part something. Just to make sure that it is, you can actually see it and it'll make sense and it's not too complex. So the part will be called Roblox. You'll have to wait 2 seconds and then the script will completely destroy the part. Now let's just test this. As you can see here, there's no part called Roblox in here, and it's because we didn't call this function. Now, if you don't know what I mean by that, is that you can't just call a function. You can't just make a function and expect it to work. You always gotta call it. So after this little end here, you hit enter, and then you actually have to type out your function, which we called right here. You actually have to type it, and then the function will run. So as you can see here, you can actually have events for this part, and one of those events is that you can actually make sure that the part is touched. So when the player touches the part, this function will run pretty much. So if you don't know, just to be sure here, okay, so we're just gonna make sure that we have a variable for our part, just to make sure. So we're just gonna set part equals workspace dot Roblox. Whoops, forgot to add the local. Okay, so now we have our part. Now we can do stuff with our part. So what I would like to do is that we're not gonna say part dot touched. We're not gonna do that, okay? That this function will be. Don't worry, you don't need to worry about that. What you gotta do is you're gonna honestly, when the player touches the part, you're gonna tell this function what you want basically to happen once they touch it, pretty much. So let's just make sure that the part, we're gonna change the part, we're gonna change the part's color. So part, oh okay, my bad, brick, cyan, okay. So once this part is touched, it's going to turn cyan, or however you pronounce it, or should I just say blue? But now, as you can see here, we haven't called this function yet, and we can't just say Roblox Made, because that's just gonna run immediately, and we don't want that. We want them to touch this part, then this will happen. So what you gotta do here is you gotta say, part, well, workspace dot part or Roblox dot touch connect, and then you have to put the function in these brackets. Now we're gonna run this and we're gonna see if this script works or not, and I bet it's gonna work. Okay guys, let's see if this works. As you can see here, it turned blue when we touched it. Now, just to, we're gonna make another function called function Roblox mate 2, non-touched. So we're gonna run this when the player is not touching the part anymore. So what we gotta do here is we're just gonna put the exact same thing here, except we're just gonna change the color to medium stone gray. Okay, so now that we do that, now we gotta just define the function. So we're gonna say workspace.roblox.touch ended connect Roblox mate 2. Now, let's run this. And then when we're not touching it anymore, it turns gray. So as you can see here, when we touch it, when we stop touching it, it turns gray. Then when we touch it again, as you can see here. So yeah guys, that's a tutorial on how functions work. If you like this video and it helped you, drop a like, subscribe to the channel, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. See ya.
Play with me, that's the only thing I love. I love, 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 love. I love, I love, 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 love. I love, I love, 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 love. I love. Don't play with me.